So, in the new trailer of Doom the Dark Ages, there's one enemy that I want to talk about for a separate video. This one here is shown for a few seconds, and it wields a massive sword and shield. You can see that it has a large patch of hair on its back, similar to the one the Slayer has on his back, so perhaps the Slayer had defeated one of them and took its hair and wore it as a cape. Or maybe the one this creature has is also a cape with hair or fur taken from another creature. Now, it has a fully mechanical right arm and a left leg. Perhaps these creatures were in countless battles and have gone through many injuries. It also has this glowing device on its chest. This might be an indicator of its power source to those mechanical parts. There's also bones of different sizes piercing through its flesh, on the shoulders, on the chest, and on the ribs. It's very early to say what species this demon is part of, but it does resemble the Doom Hunter in a few ways. Just look at it. There's also some lore that could be the connection between these two characters. Before you battle the Doom Hunter boss in the cultist base, the person speaking here is the Hell Priest URDAK, and he says these are the great Agaddon hunters from the Telos realm. They were thought to be extinct, and they were created to hunt the Slayer and the Night Sentinels during the unholy crusades. The Night Sentinels would be during the timeline of the Dark Ages, which this new game is based on, so that's another connection that these two enemies could be the same species, because they look similar from two different time periods. The Codex entries within Doom Eternal do give us a bit more detail about its past. Here's what it says. Frozen carcasses of the Agaddon hunters have been located in the glacial wastes surrounding the complex, and though their DNA structure reveals them to be indigenous to Earth, there is no fossilized record of these creatures beyond the frozen territories of the Argenta settlement. Carbon dating of the remarkably well-preserved beasts suggests they are nearly 80 million years old, predating all other known forms of complex Earth-based life. A similar program occurred at this location millennia ago, when Deek priests bred the creatures and genetically modified them to function as Doom Hunters, fearsome mutants designed to battle the Doom Slayer and his Night Sentinels during the unholy crusades on Argent D'Nur. Sentinel records corroborate this through their military texts, with many reports of these creatures among the ranks of the demonic forces assaulting the armies of the North during the Argenta Civil War. It also says this about the Doom Hunters. Once a race of beast-like hunters, the Doom Hunter creature was known to Sentinel warriors in ages past as lethal stalkers of the Metal Age. Extracted from the frozen depths of the polar tundra, the Doom Hunter belongs to an ancient race uncovered during the cultist excavation in the remote Arctic. Preserved below the frozen ice for millions of years, the unearthed remains of this creature were deemed suitable for reconstruction. Another section of the Codex talks about why they were named Agaddons. The cultist base was built over the ruins of an ancient Argenta settlement. Tablets and memory banks found at the settlement indicate that the Order of Deek discovered Earth millennia ago and found it to be populated with powerful primeval beasts. They named these creatures Agaddons due to their similarity to the mythic Cyclopean giant from Argent D'Nur's past, the Agaddon. And what was the giant they were talking about? Well, I found two bodies that could be this so-called Agaddian Giant. The first one I found is in Doom 2016, in the multiplayer map called Boneyard. This one could be the biggest one I've seen so far. Only the torso is left behind. It's been chained up to some organic pillars. This one might be very old. The second one I found was in Doom Eternal, within the cultist base. This one is also chained up with some organs and the spinal cord hanging below. The icon and glowing effect is just an indicator to punch the chest area, which lets you proceed into the story. They both have 4 arms, but the larger one in Doom 2016 seems to have longer limbs, and its horns are shorter than the 4-armed creature in Doom Eternal. Within the book called The Art of Doom Eternal, there is one art piece that mentions this being, but the text only says, crucified demon. When the Doom Hunter is activated, as it scans the Doom Slayer, the text you see looks like the language used in Hell. Both of these four-armed creatures were also similar to Kronos, who played as the main villain in Doom RPG. It's unknown if they had any legs in the past, and Kronos is actually the smallest one. So that covers the lore about those species. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to see more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.